What if AI could turn bedtime from extra time into a clean 90 minutes? Tonight, I'm going to be letting Google Gemini write a story with my kids live. Then we'll use it again to tackle a tough conversation. Either this is brilliant or I'm being dumb.
My ideas come from people who have dumb brains.
Either way, let's dive in. Hey, I'm Cliff, AI Sports Dad. It's my mission to make AI as accessible as your favourite podcast and as useful as your best parental hack. So if you're a sports-loving parent who wants the benefits of AI without all the corporate jargon, you are in the right place. Now, what better way to demonstrate how cool this is than having Gemini create a story straight from two 6-year-olds' imagination?
No, ma'am, this is not a good idea.
No, wait. This sounds like a terrible idea. No, don't do it! So, tell me about your main character.
It's called the triple flower.
The triple flower. And what does the triple flower look like?
He has 3 flowers on it, and it has a walky leafy, and it has a leaf bug on.
So 3 types of flowers, and it's got walking leafy, so it walks around.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about your character.
So my character is gonna named Mr. Doodoo Daddy. It's yours, Mr. Doodoo Daddy.
We might be here a while.
Make it stop.
No, Mr. Doodoo Daddy.
What is your character?
A great big toilet.
It's a great big toilet.
Yes.
What does this emerald do?
This emerald turns him super. Because they need a 1 more chaos emerald.
Okay, so it's chaos. And do they find the emerald in the story?
Yeah.
What happens when they find it?
They both touch it, and then they both turn soup. Well,
You know when something feels like a good idea at the time?
The night is darkest just before the dawn.
I think I'm done.
Me too.
Who's trying to stop them? What are the baddies like?
Like Pac-Man.
Like Pac-Man type things are trying to stop them.
Yeah. Like the ghosts and Pac-Man himself. Back to Green Hills, where Sonic and Shadow live. And they give them the Chaos Emeralds. And then been all complete, the mission complete. I mean plunger legs.
Oh, I like plunger legs.
Bear traps are the most popular traps. If you step on one, the great snap thing you'll do an instant. I get the la. Shadow.
Okay, let's stop it there before we descend into any more lunacy.
That ends.
That ends. I will get that made and we'll have that as our bedtime story. Well, that was creative. Okay, anyway, on with the brief. Here we go, into Google Gemini. Here's the prompt framework that you can nick. Goal, write a 300 to 400 word bedtime story. Heroes, triple flower, and Doodoo Dada, the toilet with plunger for legs. Baddies, Pac-Man and the ghosts. Brief synopsis of plot that I was given. Set the tone. It's a bedtime story, so we want it nice and calm and chilled. Set the reading level so it knows how to write it, and then just put a nice little thing at the end. Breathe in, lights out, just sets them up for bedtime. Okay, boom. Less than a minute later, and we've got a bespoke, personalised story that actually reads like one. No jargon, no sci-fi lecture, just a nice cozy arc and a nice tidy finish. Okay, now for the ultimate test. Let's head to bedtime. In the sunny green hills lived a little creature named Floria. She had 3 happy flower heads and leafy legs for dancing. Her best friend was Doo Dada. A very helpful toilet with very strong plunger legs. One morning, a letter arrived from King Swift. "Oh dear," it read, "my special emerald crystals are missing. Can you help find them?" "Of course we'll help," chirped Floria's three heads all at once. "Let's go on an adventure."
I'll thrust me in the wire.
Stomping his plunger feet, plonk, plonk, plonk. They packed a bag and water for Floria and some shiny new toilet paper for Doo Dada and set off into the Whispering Woods. Deep in the woods, they heard a funny noise. Wacka, wacka, wacka. A big, round, yellow fellow named Gulp bounced out from behind a tree. "You can't go this way," he chomped. "These woods are mine."
And he looks very...
Flip-Plop stepped forward. "Excuse me, Mr. Gulp," he said politely. "We're on a very important mission for the king." But Gulp just shook his head. Suddenly, two spooky shapes, Wisp and Shadow, floated out from behind him. Ooh. They wailed gently. Floria had an idea. She tickled Gulp's big round tummy with one of her leaves. Gulp was so surprised he giggled. Wackle wackle. Hee hee hee. He giggled so much he bounced right off the path and rolled down a big hill. Wisp and Shadow just floated there looking confused. Flip-Plop smiled. "Would you like some lovely soft toilet paper?" he asked. The ghost had never been offered such a gift. They took the roll and floated away, happily leaving the path clear. Floria and Flip-Plop continued on their journey until they reached the Sparkle Shine mines. "The crystals must be here," said Floria. Inside, the walls twinkled with 1,000 tiny lights. And there, in the middle of the biggest cave, are beautiful glowing green emeralds. "We found them," they cheered, quietly so not as to wake the sleeping bats. They carefully gathered the crystals and placed them in their bag. They returned to Green Hills, where King Swift was waiting. "Hooray!" the king cheered. "You've saved the day." He thanked Floria and Flip-Plop and promised them all strawberry ice cream. Our heroes felt very proud and very sleepy. Now it's time for you to rest.
No.
Just like our heroes. Let's take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. Well done. Time for lights out. The end.
One more time. Oh.
Now, big one on the game changer. Social stories help kids process feelings. Think of it like a manager's team talk at halftime. Same players, better plan. We'll use this example here to help kids cope with jealousy, for example. So, feeling left out when your sibling scores all the goals. Goal, validate the feeling, teach coaching steps, give it a nice warm, practical tone with no blame. Again, reading level, and here we go. After reading through this with your kids, it should help them identify and recognise what they've been feeling and hopefully help them put a name on it. Now, Gemini acts like a good coach here. It personalises the playbook to your child's interest and reading level. That relevance helps boost attention and smooths bedtime. Now, but remember though, you're still the captain. AI is just the assistant manager handing you the cue cards.
I'm here to help.
Okay, bonus plays here. Routine reinforcement. Toothbrushing stories where heroes unlock level 2 but only after brushing their teeth. Travel nerves. Kid flying for the first time? Let's create a story to help with soothing breathing exercise and help them calm down. Matchday meltdowns. Help write a story about losing graciously and the importance of being a good sport. As with anything, the prompt is everything. Now, guardrails here. Do a quick 10-second skim before you obviously hand it over. Make sure it reads right, it's appropriate, there's no scary turns. At the end of the day, you are still the parent.
I am the law. Right.
The AI is just a tool to help you.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
But wait, hang on. AI stories are soulless, aren't they?
Oh, please. I have no soul.
They're just created by machines. Sometimes, sure. But like with anything with AI, the input is crucial. Specific prompts, your voice, your kids' ideas, and the effect can be anything but soulless. Be picky about the tone you ask for. Be picky about the length and the reading level. Nail these and it'll improve the output dramatically. And don't forget, if the first draft comes out dodgy, just iterate, regenerate, tweak your prompts as you go. If this helped even a little, make sure you hit like and hit subscribe so I know to make more AI for Parent type episodes here. And I would love to know what your kids came up with for their stories. Drop your craziest prompts that they came up with, the craziest stories down below in the comments, and I will test a few out. I'm sure my kids will love it as well. That's it for today. If AI and parenting is your jam, check out this video up here, which runs through 7 awesome back to school AI hacks that is going to save you an absolute ton of time and headaches going into the new school year. And I will see you on the next one. Stay peachy.